Hi everyone, I'm CBS 19 Chief Meteorologist Brett Anthony with a look at your beach ball forecast for the 4th of July weekend. Tropics are quiet in the Gulf of Mexico. No storms this holiday weekend. That looks pretty good. There is Hurricane Adrian creating some tropical storm warnings and hurricane warnings along the west coast of Mexico. All right, let's talk about tropical frequency in the month of July. And when we look at the approximate number of named storms passing within 150 miles of a location in this blue area between 1944 and 2020, the number of named storms in the last 100 years between 10 and 29. So not a whole lot. That does include South Padre Island, Galveston, Port Aransas, on up all the way over toward Gulf Shores. Now, when we get to the end of the month and we get to August, it begins to ramp up a little bit, 30 to 49 named storms in that same 100-year period. So we shall see. As for this weekend, boy, you talk about calm seas. The wave height over at Gulf Shores, over toward Destin, 0 to 1 feet, 1 to 3 feet around Galveston down to Port Aransas, South Padre Island, maybe 3 to 4 footers. So nice for a little body surfing for sure. And the water super warm, 85 to about 87 degrees is the Gulf water temperatures. Now maybe a little cooler at times closer to the shoreline as you can see here, but generally in the 80s. So it's not, just doesn't shock you when you get in first thing in the afternoon or late morning. All right, upper level winds, what are we tracking? We're tracking a big high pressure area that will be moving away. And so when we look at our vacation areas, maybe a few afternoon showers, thunderstorms destined over toward Gulf Shores. The Texas beaches look pretty good through Sunday. Thanks to this west to northwest wind, not a whole lot of onshore flow to create any kind of sea breeze showers. So our beach ball forecast, and we're going to go Sunday, Monday, and the 4th of July, or Independence Day on Tuesday. In Galveston, partly cloudy on Sunday. Monday, isolated thunderstorms, partly cloudy on Tuesday. We will give it a 2 to 3 beach ball out of 4 rating. At Port Aransas, partly cloudy on Sunday, cloudy Monday, and then isolated thunderstorms in the forecast for the 4th of July. We'll say 3 out of 4 at Port Aransas. Gulf Shores forecast looks pretty good. Partly cloudy skies. This is some great beach weather. Temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s. We'll go 4 out of 4. South Padre Island, another fantastic weekend on the tropical southern tip of Texas. Partly cloudy on Sunday, 87. 4th of July, 88 degrees. Don't miss the fireworks over the bay Tuesday night. It'll be great. All right. Let's talk rip currents. There have been an unusual number of deaths due to rip currents on some of the Florida beaches. And so I'll bring this up, not necessarily thinking that we're going to have rip currents in our Gulf Coast waters, but just because we've had so many, we have to be careful. And rip currents are essentially a strong offshore flow and then an onshore flow creating this sort of this riptide kind of effect where you get stuck and you can't get back to shore, and it kind of pushes you out, and there have been several drownings because of that. So don't fight the current, swim parallel to the shore to escape the current, and if you can't escape, float or tread water, and if you can, wave your hands as much as possible, call wave for assistance to avoid getting caught in a rip current. All right, that's Brett's Beach Ball forecast for this Independence Day weekend. Hopefully you'll have a happy and safe holiday. And don't forget, if you want to see this forecast again anytime, just visit CBS19.tv.